So I really feel that at that point, Rachel felt like, wow, this brother is a bit embarrassing and was let down, because I kind of like put money first. But that was the situation there. The money meant a lot to me, and the woman had offered to it. And we had traveled. I mean, we had paid. Look at me. We had paid the train ticket and everything to go to Horsens, and it's just like I mean, paying a train ticket to go to Horsens to go sing, and then to come back with nothing is like, guys. Anyway, I think that was the first part where she felt like, nah, Jimmy is just a bit. And to add to that, Johan had brought some chocolate bread from Belgium, and they left me alone in the house with the chocolate bread in Hinnerup. And I tasted one, and I felt like, okay, this is nice. And this just went on until I just had to really restrain myself from taking the very last one. So we were supposed to come for dinner, and of course I'd been there alone. Then I went back to O's, and then I came back with Sonia for a dinner. And the very first thing that Rachel sees when she says, "We say you ate all my chocolate bread and everything," and she was serious. She was serious. And me being the fool that I am, I just took the whole thing like a joke, and I was just laughing and tried to laugh it off like like a fool, right? And but deep down inside, what was hurting me the most about that, because I could see even on Johan's face, like, but how could you eat most of it, man? It was just like, what was hurting me the most was more like, Jimmy, you're a Rasta, you know. This is not ital food, Your identity here is Rasta. You're breaching your own Rasta, and you've overeaten the people's chocolate bread, so you're proving yourself to be greedy. So all the laughing off and trying to make it into a small thing and whatever it was really like, it was really bad, and that is like, that's idiotic. You understand? So these are things which I don't know. Maybe you guys have not thought about those things, but you see, I remember a lot. So I just want you to know that when I remember things, I don't remember just one-sided. I remember the whole thing, and I try to put it into context of the balance. And once it doesn't balance, then I have a problem. So I want to find a balance, but first by looking at, where could I have sown the seeds for resentment? Not necessarily that, but where I would have felt that I've sown the seeds for feeding my entitlement. Because at the core of this disagreement is me feeling that my entitlement has been violated, you know? So at what point did all of you feel that it was perfectly okay to violate the entitlement, or at what point have you had an interpretation of what my entitlement is or what my entitlement is not, and everything? Because there's obviously been a process in very important matters where I was not consulted during the process or before the process, but was only told about the result of a process, which is my main reason for resentment. It's like, hey, hold on. You didn't consult me. We didn't talk about this. You're just telling me what has happened and what's transpired and all these things, you see. So that is like the issue. So, but first, before we go deep into that, oh yeah. So my main problem here has been the reaction to when I have pointed out that, hey, what's up with this and why is it going this way? That the reaction to me pointing out something that seems, or a discrepancy,